What if the worst class in school didn't need punishment? What if they needed a soldier? This is the story of a teacher who walks into chaos, faces gangs, corruption, and his own past, and risks everything to save 5 broken kids. I'm Jessica Moore, and this is Jessica Recaps. Today, we're breaking down the action-packed, emotional roller coaster called Big Brother. And trust me, this teacher does not play by the rules. Henry returned to Hong Kong after years in the U.S. military. He wanted a quiet life, a fresh start. So he applied to become a high school teacher. He returned to his old school, Tok Chi Secondary. The principal hesitated. Henry had 0 teaching experience, but one letter from a powerful official changed everything. Henry got the job. Right before he left, the principal warned him. His class was the worst in the entire school, and on Henry's very first morning, he understood exactly why. The classroom was pure chaos. Students slept at their desks, one kid sang loudly, another played video games, several students cooked ramen on a portable stove, and when Henry walked in, no one cared. He tried to speak. They ignored him. So Henry changed tactics. He calmly walked around, he warned the ramen kids about sodium, helped a boy named Zua tune his ukulele, even joked with a gamer about radiation frying his brain. The class laughed, not at his jokes, but at his ugly handwriting. Someone even called him mean and told him to leave the classroom. Henry just smiled, but then he snapped. Using a rubber band and a piece of chalk, he triggered the fire sprinkler. Water exploded from the ceiling. Students screamed. They scattered, and finally, they listened. Henry officially welcomed them. Welcome to my class. For the first time, the chaos stopped. But outside that classroom, these kids were already at war. 5 students from Henry's class were about to be suspended, and one of them was already stealing from dangerous criminals. The 5 lowest-ranked students stuck together. Their leader was Jack, poor, angry, and invisible. He had a crush on a top student, but knew he'd never belong. They constantly clashed with the school's rich basketball team, who mocked them for being poor. One prank led to another. A cafeteria fight exploded into total destruction. All 5 students were suspended. Jack shouted the truth. The rich kids never get punished. Henry listened. That night, he studied their files, and what he found broke him. Zua, constantly racially profiled, accused of stealing just for existing. His only dream was music. Donnan, unwanted by her father for being born a girl, she spent her life pretending to be a boy to earn love. Bruce and Chris, abandoned by their mother, raised by an alcoholic father. One escaped through work, the other through video games and pills. And Jack? No family record at all. Henry didn't lecture them. He stepped into their lives. He forced Zua to face his fear and sang on the streets with him until Zua found his voice. He dragged Bruce and Chris's father into rehab for their sake. He stopped Donnan from driving illegally, then raced her father on a go-kart track, forcing him to realize how close he was to losing her forever. For the first time, these kids felt seen. But Jack made a mistake, a deadly one. Jack accepted a job from an underground MMA betting king, and his next task involved drugging a fighter. Jack worked for Jing Ying, a powerful MMA gambler. Jing Ying offered him fast money. All Jack had to do was drug a fighter's drink. Jack hesitated, but desperation won. At the arena, Jack was caught. He was beaten, locked inside a locker. When Henry arrived, fighters told him to leave. Then Jack screamed. Henry snapped. In seconds, the calm teacher became a soldier. He dodged punches, dropped professionals, and knocked out their top fighter minutes before the match. The news exploded. A teacher beats a professional MMA fighter to save a student. Henry became a legend. The students stood up when he entered class. They finally respected him. But the pressure grew. Bruce spiraled. While others healed, Bruce sunk deeper into pills. He failed the mock exam. Then one night, Bruce jumped. He survived barely, but fell into a coma. The media blamed Henry. The school blamed Henry. The education board revoked his license. Henry packed his things. The students begged him to stay. He left anyway. But before the final exam, Henry sent them a message. "Meet me at school early." The message wasn't from Henry. It was a trap. And the final revenge had already begun. The students arrived early. The doors locked behind them. It was John Ying's plan to make them miss the exam and destroy Henry forever. Henry arrived just in time. He freed the students and fought his way through John Ying's men. The kids ran for the exam hall. Henry stayed behind. One last fight. John Ying revealed the truth. Years ago, Henry humiliated a piano student with a prank, then broke his arm in a fight. That student was John Ying. The injury destroyed his music career. He never touched a piano again. Now he wanted blood. The fight was brutal. A knife fell between them. Henry had the chance to kill him. He didn't. Instead, Henry apologized. He asked for forgiveness and walked away. The students reached the exam hall just in time. Weeks later, they passed, every single one. Bruce woke up and promised to try again next year. The school received extra funding. John Yin returned to the piano, starting from zero. And Henry? He came back to teaching. On his first day, he triggered the fire sprinkler again. Sometimes the strongest teacher isn't the smartest one. It's the one who never gives up. If you enjoyed this recap, like the video, subscribe to Jessica Recaps, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story like this. And if you want another insane story, watch this next. Only guy on an island with 6 women. What happens next? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.